Are you looking for a quality microphone? Could this be the one for you? Well, let's go ahead and open this up, take a look at it, try it out, test it, and see what you think. I'm Sean from Sean's DIY and Reviews, and on this channel I do a lot of electronics reviews as well as DIY around the house type of repairs and projects like that. So if that's of interest to you, take a look at some other videos around the channel as well and consider subscribing. So let's go ahead and take a look at this Comica BoomX-D wireless microphone system. Alright, so let's take a look around the box real quick and then, open this up and see what we have inside. So here it is, 2.4 gigahertz digital. It says 1 trigger, 2 wireless microphone. So on the back here, tells you a little bit more about it. I'm not going to walk through everything there as usual. I'll just, if you want to read everything there, just pause the video real quick and then we'll go from there. Once I take the shrink wrap off, the box itself pops right out of the sleeve here. And then here's the box inside. Comica Professional Audio Equipment. I've looked at a number of other Comica products. They're a partner that I work with a lot. They just send me free things to review, but as always, I'll give you my honest opinion. I have another Comica mic that I still use regularly, and I'll also link that down below. Right now I'm using their little plug-in microphone into the side of my phone, and we'll compare the sound on that to this. So we'll go ahead and open this up, and these things are really nice and tiny. I want to say this looks a little bit like that Rode microphone, the little one that attaches to you. So let's go ahead and pull these guys out here. And yeah, here it is in my hand. I can probably hold all three of these in the palm of my hand. So here's 2 transmitters and 1 receiver right there. There's 2 lavalier microphones in this packaging. I already opened one up, and basically the wiring is, it seems like a typical lavalier microphone right here. It has this little clip on here, which is interesting. I guess we'll figure out. This clips into here, and I'm guessing it just kind of keeps it from moving around. So we'll get into reviewing these and hearing how they sound and all in a few minutes, and I'll walk around the different units. But let's see what else is in the box, if anything. Over here we have a number of other items. It's an entire box full of things here, so let's see what we got. Oh, it looks like all kinds of wires here. So this is probably a TRS to TRRS adapter. Another cable like that too. 3 cables. And here's a USB charger. It looks like a USB-C, which is nice. I always say that's a good thing. And then in here, I'm going to open all these things up and lay them out so you can see them. So the package contents are 2 lavalier microphones. You get 2 of these little wind muff things for outside use, wind dampeners or dead cats, whatever they call them. As I said, 2 of these microphones. You get a cable for use with Sony, Panasonic, or Fuji cameras. You get a cable to use with your smartphone. Get a cable designed for Canon, Nikon, and other DSLR cameras. Get your USB-C charging cable. That's the one thing I have to say for sure for Comica, is they always make sure that they provide pretty much everything for you, which is really nice. And then here are the units here, and I'll stand them up as well, up against the box for you to take a look at. And here's a transmitter and here's a receiver. You can see already right out of the box, the transmitter is hearing my voice and the receiver is receiving it. And so there's a little microphone built right into this, so you can use that microphone, and we'll try that out as well. And then you also have the ability to put in your lavalier microphone as well into this to use that accordingly. And the fact that there's 2 of them, it also shows you that it's mono. So if I press and turn this guy on, you see it says Comica, a little splash screen, and then immediately you see now that both of these are coming in. So I would say from here, then we can adjust this from mono to stereo as well. Let's look at the receiver here and go through what that is, and then we'll go through one of these and talk about everything on it. They all have a nice little clip, so you can belt clip them or whatever you need to do with them, so that's really cool. And then here it says A and B. You can adjust the decibels to raise one or the other higher or lower. I think you probably, just go around in circles. It goes up to 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, plus 12 decibels, and then circles back around. Then over here you have a mono to stereo, so that you can use one of them or both of them in stereo as opposed to mono, so you can split the audio on either one, which is really, really cool. So right there, as you can see, there's mono, and then if I press the button again, I know it's hard to see, but try to focus that in. As you can see, stereo right there. So get a stereo sound or a mono sound, depending on which way you want to go with it. You have those options right there. So so let's look all around this. It has a built-in battery. As I mentioned, on the side you have 3 buttons. One of them is going to be mono and stereo, and if you hold it, power. A reset, you have A and B to adjust the decibels on either one of these. On this side you have your micro USB charging port. Then on the top you have a headphone jack and an audio out, so you can monitor it and put the sound into your camera. Then on each of the transmitters, you have your little signal thing there, the microphone there. This is telling you channel A, the other one's channel B. On the side here you have paired or pair it, but it was paired right out of the box, which is nice. And you have a little mute button, so if I press my mute, so as you can see, that one says B. And I think if I press this button real quick, now I've muted it, and you can see that we're getting, over here, you're getting no sound coming in because I muted. I'll unmute, and you can see the sound coming through. Up on the top, that's where the microphone is, the built-in microphone on board. And over here is where you put in your lavalier microphone. Over on this side, you have your USB-C jack and a reset button as well. It looks like there's some screws on here, so you can probably take the back off and replace the batteries if the battery ever dies. And it's that simple. Okay, I'm at my desk right now. I'm using the onboard microphone in my phone right now to record audio, and now I'm going to hook this thing up to my phone and hear how this sounds through my phone. I'm just going to attach this and use it with the onboard microphone attached to me and see how that sounds. Okay, so now I just have it on my lapel right here, just using the onboard microphone on this so that you can hear how it sounds when I just have it on the onboard microphone right in front of me. This is at 0 decibels, so basically I just have it at straight up right into it. Now I'll adjust to decibels so you can hear it a little bit louder. So there's 1 decibel, 2 decibels. There it is at 3 decibels. Here's the sound at a 4 decibel boost, 5 decibel boost, 6. This is the 7 decibel boost. This is at 8. Here it is at 9. Here you can hear at 10. Here's an 11 decibel boost. And here's at a 12 decibel boost. Now I'm back to 0. So this is the onboard microphone on this right here. So you can see the microphone right there. And I have this in mono mode. So now I'll go ahead and turn it on to stereo mode and see how that sounds. So we're going to go ahead and press the button. Okay. So now it says it's on stereo mode, but I only see the lights. Yep, I see the lights lighting up on A, which is the only microphone that I have. So now this should be recording in stereo, whereas before it was in mono. So can you hear the difference in sound between stereo and mono? I'd imagine you probably have to wear headphones in order to hear that. If you're just listening to it on your phone, you might not be able to tell the difference. So now what I'm going to do is put a lavalier microphone into this and see how it sounds with the lavalier microphone. So let's try that out. Okay, and now I have this with the lavalier microphone. So I have the lavalier microphone attached into the unit, and that's going into the receiver, which is, you know, about hand's length away from me, right over here. And you know, you're hearing this in stereo at 0 decibel boost with the lavalier microphone here. And now I will go and change it real quick to mono and see if there's a difference now. Here it's in mono as opposed to stereo, and now here it's back at stereo. So this is what it sounds like with the lavalier microphone on. And then here's what it sounds like with the onboard microphone. Here it is with the lavalier microphone turned on. So this is at 0 decibels. You know, you saw before when I went through all the 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not going to do that. But what I will do is I'll just skip real quick up to 12. So here's 0. And actually here's 6. And then here's 12. So those are the different levels of the decibel boost. Another thing that I'm going to do, I already had my son put on the unit, the receiver unit, with some earbuds, and had him walk down the block, and he went about 3 houses before he had a little trouble hearing what I was saying. But overall, I'd say I really like this thing. It is definitely plasticky. It's not metal. The housing is not metal or anything like that, so it's definitely plastic. But I mean, if you like the sound quality on this, I think for the price that you're getting this for, you can do interviews. You know, you have 2 microphones. Now, I've never used the Rode Wireless Go, but I guess I would ask you if you've used it. This basically gives you 2 transmitters for the same price as the Rode Wireless Go gives you 1 transmitter. So I think this could be a good alternative to that. I would love to hear what your thoughts are. Let me know what you think of the sound quality, but overall, I'd have to say I'm really liking this. I think it's a very good option. The one thing I want to test as well on my own, and maybe I'll do a follow-up video, is what does it sound like with noise in the background? Is it going to be good with the lavalier? I was monitoring the sound in a loud room with my children and family around, and it seemed quite loud if I was just using the onboard microphone. So I'll probably try that with the lav, and then also see what happens with other different sound tests. So keep an eye out for a video on that. But in all honesty, I think for the price, you know, this is a great alternative to the Rode Wireless Mic Go, because you get pretty much twice as much bang for your buck. As far as 2, you can do interviews, right? You have 2 of these transmitters instead of 1, which I think is really awesome. So thank you for watching this video. If you learned something, give it a thumbs up. Definitely subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next video.